Thank you very much for showing up and taking a look at the video. I'm just going to show you a few items, them in the applications, so you know what you're getting. You can see what it looks like in the application itself, covering, mostly the game engines because they're so game ready, but these can be used for anything, as you'll see. These are some pretty finite. Took a lot of time making sure that each one of them looks very, very nice by itself or with its others. You've got semi-damaged, you've got totally pristine, you have completely damaged to the point of rusting apart, and you have wooden barrels, pristine, mid-range damage, weathered, and then you have ones that are completely destroyed. They all have individual singular material sets, so each one of them they're not connected in any way. They can be pulled in, pulled out, whatever you need. They can be used independently of one another, or they can be used all together. Okay, enjoy. Hey folks, all you people building stuff, making cool things. Want to save a little bit of time by my buying some models. Yeah. You. Looking at you. Okay. So this is them. This is Eevee. You can kind of see. This is kind of how they're. This is how they'll open up. You can just put them in a folder and pop them out and place them anywhere you want. Instance them. They are all their own. They're as low poly as they could be and still be round, because, as you know, making round items is takes a little bit more polygons. They are as low poly as they possibly can be to make them well and make them look AAA, make them look so they can go into anything, real life scenarios, or even lower video games. You could even use them for even lower video games and still get some good quality out of them. This is at 2K, I think. These are 2K textures on there. There will be a folder of 4K textures too, in case you guys need those. They had a little more definition to them. Not much, you know. I found that they don't. It just adds doubles the memory, but doesn't really add a lot to them. So I try to keep things about 2K because 2K seems to do the trick. I mean, if you look at this, if you go in, I mean, look at that. That's just 2K. Why do 4K? I mean, what would be the point? They're all singular. The geometry I find in the video games that I'm working on, the geometry really doesn't cause that much, because it's a lot of it's download speed, getting all of the textures in. Well, these are 2K textures, quite small in relative fashion. They also I made them so they would be higher. I made them in 4K, but made them so they would still hold up beautifully in 2K. They are all their own. Each one of them is only one. That's kind of the key, I think, is not to add multiple materials. So then you have a whole set of materials, 2 or 3 sets of materials is ridiculous. These are all singular materials, all one setup. That's what I focus most of my stuff on, is singular materials, all one material, unless I have to break it up. The only reason I break it up is for resolution. So if it's too big of a piece that the resolution is going to be so you can't get good resolution because the piece is so large and covers so much surface area, you have to make it small. Anyways, I'm babbling now, but you get the idea. All singular, can be taken in. They're not combined, so each one can be taken in separately or all together or what have you. But thank you very much for watching the show. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, just want to go through everything, show everyone exactly how things are set up in these applications. So you get quite an array of different kinds. I wanted to build a set that would go over pretty much every single item that you would need in a barrel, whether it be wood or it be metal. This is the 3D profile. So you can see, even with 3D profile, they come out pretty spectacular. Even with 3D profile, they can really, as in 3D profile, the metals come out a little muddy, a little dark. But contrasting with the dirt and stuff, it actually can look really, really good, depending on what you're wanting to use it for. You've got wooden ones, and you've got pretty much any kind of barrel you want. I believe there's 35 of them to use at your leisure. Okay, some of the game engines too, just to kind of show what is going to be going on in when you download the game engine versions of these. You'll be able to just click the document. When you download it, it'll be in a folder, and just download the folder that says Barrels Unreal, and it'll open up. I opened it a little differently because I opened up from the main file, but I saved it all as I put them all together for you and everything. So this is the Unreal version of what you can expect. So as you can see, they look pretty fucking spectacular. Why just fucking you have see this light bulb wonk. But I kind of put that there so you could see inside of them, down to the bottoms of them. But all in all, so you can just grab those and put them in a separate folder and use them when you need. Okay. Next one. This is Eevee or Unity HDRP. This is the HDRP version. I also have a 3D profile also of them, but this is what this is what they'll look like. This is in Unity. I tried to make them so they were as low poly as they possibly could be for the game, so they'll still work well. They are pretty much every single kind of model you would need. Plenty of fine ones, new ones that you might want to put in there. And if you have a little more of a scene where there's decimation and Armageddon, there's damaged ones and rows of in the middle of decay. Even with the wooden barrel ones, you have newer ones. Seriously? Jesus. You have newer ones, and you also have broken ones that you can put in, and these are the pristine ones. Like, so if you're doing like a wine cellar of a mansion or something, or like a warehouse where you need barrels to be new, you can use them. Or if many purposes for each of these.